Mama Red.
And you know, there's a little bit of debate. I when I first looked at these rotors, I could have swore they were on backwards. And these ones weren't labeled, but the back ones were. And this is actually the correct orientation per the stickers on the back rotors. But you can see how that chassis black,
Yes,
it really does good number on any of your, you know, everything was wire wheeled, prepped, and either Scotch-Brite or wire wheeled down, clean. Because what we want to do here is not just cover up rust.
Right.
We want to actually eradicate it and then cover it up to protect it from the future here. Coming around back, we installed your coilover shocks along with your factory coils for now. We did shoot a coat of paint on them just to clean them up. You can see the same effect with the chassis black. Here's my documentation, I swear. It don't seem like the right way to me, but that's how it is. So I was very excited to how all that B-body stuff, or whatever you said, it all lined up and bolted right up.
Because it's a very broad year group. Like, and the thing about that is, even some of the parts aren't interchangeable. Like even with the rear coilovers, like they go to 71 to 96.
Really?
But like the rear end can only, you know, it goes the same. But like just a lot of different parts, you know, aren't interchangeable, and a lot of them are.
Well, this is a good, affordable way to get yourself a very stout rear end. It's way more modern, having your disc brakes. Well, and if the e-brake cables and stuff were all good, and this would have been a really good e-brake setup. Over most of them have like the clamp style for your. This is a really nice setup. I was happy about that. All your adjustable coilovers. These were all adjusted to the factory lengths for now.
Okay.
And you can see where we performed a little bit of surgery on that. That really, you know, you can't even tell anybody was in there. My point for all this stuff is to try to replicate what a factory OEM part. You know, if nobody else can figure out I did it, then I done my job.
Exactly. It looks damn good, man.
Let's talk later. Well, we'll get this all out of here. And actually, was just about ready to.
Look good, look good. 0 miles.
I noticed their paint quality wasn't the greatest either, but it's shiny though. That's good stuff. Wherever they painted that way.
You're right on with you on it. You can tell it wasn't the best quality.
But now I love these brackets. I mean, you can tell like these are either March pulleys or March knockoffs. I mean, this is nice stuff when they polish all down in them grooves like that. That is legit. I like it. And here's your transmission. I just scraped your wires because they're all balled up. I wanted to kind of relax out so they can lay down nice. They use the transmission in your flat wheel. And we got a whole box of parts right here. This is all your AutoZone stuff. That we ain't got on there. This is the brand new transmission lines. You did bring those flexible, or those zerts for the flare. Okay. Yep. This is your kickdown cable.
Did the part that came here, did you see it?
We haven't looked at your stuff yet.
Okay. Yeah, it was.
There's your ring pinion over there still.
Yeah. What we gonna do about the rear end now? Now, what were you explaining here about that?
Well, to set this up properly,
it's gonna be.
Well, okay. You can put them in. I mean, if you want them physically bolted in there, I can physically bolt it in. But the problem is the pinion bearing has to be pressed on and pressed off. And normally, in those cases, that's where you check your pinion depth and you shim it out. And then also your lash is from shim side to side. So if it was a GM gear going back in the GM rear end, it would. You can, a lot of times you can get lucky and actually use a factory set of shims that are in there. But being an aftermarket gear, I've never had one actually not need a shim to get the backlash in right.
Gotcha.
So and there's quite a bit of setup on that. Did you YouTube that and check out how to set up rear ends?
No, I never did. I forgot to do it. Send me a link to one.
Okay, I'll look it up this evening. I'll send you a link. But there's quite a bit of work to set them up properly, and it's those kind of jobs that you don't want to rush, and you want to make sure you got all your parts. So I always recommend like a rear end install kit for that style rear end is typically like $129. And I'm not supposed to know month.
Gotcha.
Normally about $129, which will give you both your carrier bearings, races, and that'll get you side to side good. Now, pinion bearing and shim kit with a new crush sleeve, because that's the other thing you got to think about too, is when you crush it down, you're setting a preload on that bearing, and once you undo it, you can't. Well, you're not supposed to really reuse those crush sleeves.
Gotcha.
So, talking about crush sleeve, shims, bearings, and then probably half a day just going back and forth to get it all lashed up and set up.
Well,
and
we'll
really, a
revisit
308 to 373 sounds like a big jump, but you're less than a full revolution difference, so you might actually like it better. But once you go with a real big wheel and get on the highway, and if you're like, ooh, I don't really have enough gear, then we can get the right parts ordered up. I just recommend driving it first. So.
Gotcha.